always come back.
Oh, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck Sim live stream. It's the 20th of February 2025, 33 minutes past 4 in the afternoon. 33 minutes late to the start of the stream. We're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, it's too loud in my ears. And we're going to be flying here from New York, LaGuardia to Bermuda. Flight time 1 hour 45 minutes. This is the third ever time I've done one of these maximum failure streams. That is, we're going to turn failures on the maximum permitted amount, which I think is 59 over a period of 10 hours or something like that. So it equates to whatever it is to 1 every 10 minutes. You love them. I hate them. And that's why I've made it as difficult as possible. Live time, live weather. The weather in Bermuda is horrific. Strong crosswinds. There's only the Atlantic Ocean to cross between here and Bermuda as well, so we're going to probably go for a swim. We'll have to see what's going on. Have I pronounced it LaGuardia? LaGuardia? I don't know. And then I was getting Colonel Sanders that was middled up with Colonel Mustard. Oh, what a disaster. But yes, do apologise for your delay. 2 reasons I was late. I went suit shopping for my wedding, getting married this year, and that took a little longer to get the fitment all done. And then Microsoft Flight Simulator just went weird. I launched it, and then it said, oh, before you start the flight, we need to do essential updates. Did the essential updates, and then went back to the menu, and then it was all weird. PMDG was weird, and I reloaded the PC, and then it said there was another update, and that all took about 20 minutes. So yeah, that's why we're late today. But yeah, live time, live weather. Here we are. Alpaca Airways, PMDG 737-800, MK Studio C here, looking very, very nice. Completely cold and dark. I've not done any test sectors. What could possibly go wrong? There we are. Aircraft is currently fully serviceable, no defects. And if you missed the first time we did these 2 streams, I'll only turn on the failures when we set toga. Otherwise, we'll probably not get airborne because the failures do usually come in thick and fast. There's a lot of different failures available, so everything from electrical, engine, fire. We'll try to treat it as realistically as possible. It'll get to the point where there's so many failures it wouldn't be realistic, but for your entertainment, we'll probably try and keep going to Bermuda, see how close we could get. Let's see who we have in chat here. First, we had a membership ding. That was from Gravy Overload. Thank you, 9 months as a member. Make sure the gear is down when you are ready for landing. If they survive the impact, you'll be putting them through. Could let Jim at the controls. Brilliant. Thank you very much for your membership, Gravy. I hope you're doing well. Do the doors come off? Possibly. Luke, yep, still working. Brilliant. Zero, I'm eating lunch. That's great to know. Thanks for the information. Aaron, I hope you're doing well. Edo's here as well. Divatic Lad said crosswind landing at manual reversion. Brilliant. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Yeah, I don't think it has any flight control failures to be pre-selected, but it's quite a lot here in the PMDG 737. Who else have we got here? Simbear, I hope you're doing well. SB 2008, V-Sky check, Andrea. What delay code do you want? Yes, Microsoft Flight Simulator and me getting my suit fitted. Yes, Norski, you're here somewhere as well. Even I think I said hello to you as well. Josiah Place, Jessica Hunt as well. I just joined Alpaca a few days ago. Excellent SB 2008. That reminds me, we need to set our flight plan in New Sky. I'm probably going to get a low score today because I'll end up crashing or something along those lines. So let's just book our flight whilst the intro music starts there. So it's Alpaca 20 Foxtrot Alpha I've gone for, departing from, is it LaGuardia? There we are. We're going to, God, what's the code for Bermuda? We've never flown here on a live stream, actually. I couldn't believe it. Tango X-Ray Kilo Foxtrot. There we are. It's called Wade International. Wait, we've got a Wade here in chat. Where are you, 2 tons? We're going to your airport. Yes, what else do I need to put in here? We're in a Boeing 738. I best put the departure time to now. What's it going to be? 17:10. A bit delayed, but on time as far as this is concerned. Book flight, maximum amount of passengers. In fact, our alternate is Baltimore because Bermuda's in the middle of nowhere, so we can't take a full load of passengers according to the actual gross weights. I think we're like 175, but we're right at our maximum landing weights if we do end up going to Bermuda. There we are. New Sky's all set up. Greg Scott, thank you. 63 months as a member. Incredible amount. Over 5 years as a member. Still think you should... your suit should have had stripes. Yes, I'll show the members my suit. No, it does have stripes, but really... Well, no, it doesn't have stripes, but it's a nice look. It's not all like an office suit. I did look at the striped ones. I'll maybe send a picture without my face on it so you can have a look. I'm very pleased with it. I hope you're doing well. Oh, are you talking about my epaulet stripes? Yes, someone suggested wear my uniform. Absolutely not. Brendan, thank you. 22 months a member. Bad day of flying for me yesterday. This streak could have come at a better time for me. Oh, well, you can watch me fail miserably. Hope you're doing well. Luke Zupan, yeah, we could magically disappear flying to Bermuda, absolutely. Jessica, welcome back as a member, hope you're doing well, thank you for all your support in the past, hope you're doing just fine. Baltimore alternate, I thought it would be somewhere further south. No, I think that's where Navigraph decided we'd go, so let me just show you our routing. So here we are in LaGuardia, departing off, I think it's runway 04. I was going to go from JFK, but I have not flown from LaGuardia and used this scenery before, which I had from MK Studios, so I thought we'd use it. But yeah, there's the routing to Bermuda. And then it went, yeah, Baltimore. There's probably a more suitable alternate further on the coast, but we'll just go with that. But yeah, that's the sort of closest. We've got to go back westbound towards New York's state. But yeah, if we get there. Romulus, hope you're doing well. Bermuda Triangle strikes again. Yes, obviously well known for several aviation accidents in the past and lots of conspiracy theories and mysteries. We might add to those statistics. Oh, all the members are pinging here. Fly Warner, thank you. 24 months. Is there a normal checklist of Bermuda Triangle avoidance? No, we're not going to be applying that today. Gravia, thank you. Congrats on your engagement. Question, is engine separation a possible failure? I don't think it is. We'll look at the options after we've landed. We'll see what's what. We won't cheat. We won't see what failures are going on. I'll try and use my experience, knowledge, and all the core competencies required as an airline pilot to deal with the issues as they come. We'll have to see how things happen. Simba, thank you very much for your £10 donation. That's your 10th donation.
That's for my KFC you dropped off on the way to stream.
That's why I'm so late. Colonel Custard gave me his KFC, which I've dropped off for Simba. Thank you very much. That was 10th donation as well. So thank you very much for your support and time as a member. Appreciate it. Anyway, less talking, more getting aircraft ready, completely cold and dark. As I said, we're going to treat this as a realistic flight, but we will not turn on the failures until we line up on the runway. Otherwise, they start coming in thick and fast whilst we're on the ground here. So let's get the battery on. When was the last time we flew the PMDG? We flew the cargo variant, didn't we, quite recently? I can't remember why. I think it was just to do a random stream, wasn't it? So battery on, GPU's on, electric hydraulic pumps as well, landing gear levers down. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green lights. Then check the aircraft documentation and all the paperwork. Let's do the fault and fire test. So squibs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just going to turn down the music here slightly. Do bear with me during the setup as well. There's quite a lot to get done before we get airborne. Best set the parking brake. So fault AB detector in op, master caution and overheat detect. Let's do the fire test. We need to make sure this is all working. Fire warning lights, overheat, wheel well, bell, fire warning lights on too. Just before we turn the seatbelt sign on, let's have a look at our operational flight plan, which we'll get from SimBrief. So what's the weather right now in not Barbados, Bermuda? Where to get the airport right. I've had a really busy week at work, night shifts essentially, so I'm quite tired. Great. Right now it's actually okay, 210 at 22, but look at this staff. Later on, sort of from 2100, we should get in before, but look, we actually have tempo 220 gusting 45. Oh, and that's pretty much a full crosswind. Great. Great, well done, Flydate Sim, for choosing a failure stream to an airport where the crosswind's forecast to be out of limits, with no suitable alternates nearby. Great. So look, I don't know if I could squeeze in any extra fuel. Let's have a look here. View SimBrief flight plan. So look at our alternate, Baltimore, 6.3 tons reserves to get back to the east coast of the United States. Landing weight's already 64 tons. Yeah, I can get a little bit on. I can get in a ton. Can you just give me 15 minutes extra fuel, guys, just in case I get a fuel leak? Let's go 12 tons of fuel, if it will let me. So 12 tons. Let's go to, I think it's FMC, latest air rack. What's the code for this airport? Tango, Kilo Lima, Golf Alpha. That's in route. Oh no, I need to do my alignment first. Oh gosh, I haven't flown for a while. Ident, POS, GPS left. Hey, is the alignment complete? Where's my alignment box? Interesting, I can't align my RS. There should be some squares here for me to put my position in. Is that a bug? Can I actually align my RS? Wait, do you have to put nav on first? I better just finish my safety inspection checklist. I'm losing the plot. Right, flaps are up, attend button, indicator position, config check, test, fire warning. Yeah, yeah, you numpty. I thought I'd done this. I just completely skipped the safety inspection. Right, manual gear extension door, circuit breakers in, stall warning test. No, it's not been 4 minutes yet, so we'll wait a bit longer for that. We could do the Mac airspeed warning test. That's better. IRS to align. Real training captain. There we are. Right, request the flight plan, sim brief, and set payload, set fuel, and select route. I'm just going to put 12 tons in manually after we've done this. This bode well. Brilliant. You guys weren't meant to see that. Who remembers my first failure stream where I accidentally, because of the Microsoft Flight Sim mouse wheel, I had an IRS issue and I accidentally turned the working IRS off. I gave myself a failure with the mouse wheel. Oh dear. Right, that's done. Load. Just make sure it's definitely all in. Also waiting. Traffic centre off. Let's make sure that VSD off at this stage. We'll have terrain on. And airports. Oh, there we are. That's selected. So the routing's in. Departing off runway 4, as we're in America, I can say that now. And it's a JFK heading select SID. So we'll leave that. Execute. Departure arrivals. We'll go with ILS Zulu 30. It's a MOM 1 via one of these transitions. Goodness knows which one it is. Let's have a look at the flight plan. See, I don't do test sectors with the 7.3 because I have a rough idea of what's going on. Via BIVD, we've got a BIVD transition. Where does the arrivals start? Dazer or Beacons? So there's Dazer. And then that finishes at BIVD. Perfect. Execute. Right, no discontinuities, and I just want to put that extra bit of fuel in. So menu, FS actions, fuel, 12 tons. Great, everyone's happy. Right, routing's in, performance. Oh, I've not started GSX. That won't take too long. So GSX, we've got to have our virtual passengers on this sector. Request boarding.
Boarding requested.
There we are. Get the air bridge attached. This is the first time we've carried virtual passengers on one of these failure streams. 175 of them. Let's see if they can get them there safely. Zero fuel weight is in. Reserves were a huge amount to get to Baltimore. 6.3 tons of fuel rounded up. That's very high, but we do need our alternate. Cost index 30, we're cruising at 35,000 feet, should be an hour and 45 minutes. We'll just put our average wind in, which is, that's the only benefit. I've got a great tailwind to Bermuda, unless I decide to divert and return, and when we're in serious trouble. But we'll put in the average, it's close to the top of climb. 248 at 114. Attached to tug now, yes please. Great. Short runway here, isn't it? I better do the performance. Oh, who was that? I think that's the tug driver. So, takeoff performance, that's under here. Home.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Great. Performance tool then. Runway 4. Import the weather. Import the weight. Import the aircraft. Optimum, anti-ice off. Import weather. Calculate. So what's that showing? Flap 5, full 26 with no assumed temperature, but we can do it. But it's full 26k. Short runway.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
95.1, 95.9. That makes sense because the bleeds up. It's a -3 here. Wow, it's pretty nippy here in LaGuardia. -3. Great. Full 26k. Takeoff. Flap 5. CG's in. Trims 5.7 units. Flight deck to bottom of ocean, brilliant. Flight deck to centre of the earth, brilliant.
Locking gear.
Mom, yes, that is the name of the SID. 5.7 units. Speeds match 41, 43, 52. No improved climb speeds. 152 set. Good. Right. Can't see no passengers here because of the air bridge not having any windows, but let's have a look. There's my cabin crew. Do they come on this? I've got the GSX profile installed. Anyway. Right, that's done. Panel scan. Do we have fuel in the centre tank? Yes, we've got so much fuel. 4.2 tons, but we need it for all our alternates. 6 pumps. Normal and auto. Check the crossfeed valve. Aircraft is fully serviceable at the moment, remember. Bright, dim, bright. off. That's all configured. We're refueled, so strap on in, guys. Window heat is on. It is -3, but it's clear and sunny, so we don't need... We're not in freezing conditions. Pax Auto. No, that wants to be open. 35,000. It's got to be sea level in Bermuda, surely. So put that to 0. This way, please. Yes, don't fly today. That's for sure. Flight director's on. Runway 4 we said we were going to use for departure. So let's get the actual weather. There's no ATC here at the moment, unfortunately. Oh, it's JFK Tower only. So departure. So we haven't got any of these, but it's a JFK. Is there a SID for me for John F. Kennedy for runway 04? Or is it LaGuardia 7, guys? I'm going to fly LaGuardia 7. So I'll pin that. So if it's runway 4, Bronx, Pelham or Sound climb. Oh, I don't know which one we're going to do. Let's do the Sound climb because it's at the most easterly. Climb 044 to 500 feet, then a right turn heading 055, maintain 5,000. So let's set 5,000 feet. Excuse me. And the runway QDM here is 044, so we'll just set that. Zero 44. We'll just set that to the courses as well. In case everything goes really array after departure, I just want to tune if there has, or if the airport has a VOR. Let's have a little look together. Close all this. There is 13.1. We'll just make that active. 1131. Perfect. So that's active.
Good morning.
Good morning. Great. Nav aids are set then. All the brake to RTO. Looks like the alignment's just completed. That should be on. That should be on. That should be on. And all set. What is going on out there? Someone with their engines. Oh, look at New York in the background looking resplendent. Great. Right, so briefings, press B, we'll set an MFRA of 1,020 feet. So threats out of here, congested airspace, New York, head eastbound for the Sound departure so we don't make any disruption. Literally cross checks complete. Emergency briefings are done. Taxi briefing, gonna do whatever the pushback is from this stand. Probably to face southwest, taxi out. Bravo, runway 04, short runway for departure, 26k. Sid LaGuardia 7, right turn 055, 5,000, then we'll turn en route. Happy days, everyone's covered there. Jumping 2020, I did put it in the, oh no, I forgot to put this in the description. So it's in the, I need to, yeah, I've seen a lot of people doing this. I need to put 2020, even though the game is set to 2020 in the video description. If you scroll down a tiny bit. Right, APU will start, and pushback's all ready. We've covered everything, no checklist to complete. So what we'll do is preset the failures over here. So it's under menu, PMDG, aircraft, failures, all systems, random failures, yes, and the maximum I think is, see, if I put 60, it doesn't like it. The highest is 59, so we get 59 failures in 10 hours, which equates to one every roughly 10 minutes. So that's what we'll select before we take off. All right, we'll make sure that the random event limit is off, so we'll just keep getting them throughout the entire sector. Great. Cam, could you demonstrate across, please? Start, if you would like me to. Yes. But we have to sort of well, no, I can start engine number 2 first, but usually we'd start one with all the equipment.
This way.
Perfect. APU is available. On bus. Imagine waited 2 minutes. Bleeds on. Duct pressure's increasing. Wonderful. Right. What on earth was that? I just heard the stick shaker go off. I'll put my control colour where it should be, and let's now request push and start. So in all, I mean, the stream was late starting, but we're pushing back 50 minutes. Oh, we've still got a few more passengers. 138 apparently. I thought it was 175. Nearly done with the boarding, guys. I should have flown Llama, shouldn't I? Llama International. Flat 1 takeoff, certainly not on a short runway like this. Yes, I will Javelin enable it before takeoff, absolutely. Otherwise we won't get any failures. Josh, I'd be glad to have missed the flight, yes. -9 where I'm in at New York. Yeah, it's cold here, I didn't realise how cold, but yeah, it is the winter. SB says, damn, you sound sleepy. Yeah, I've come off night shifts to be fair. And this time yesterday I was napping before work. Sean, you always skip GSX boarding. Feels like I'm just waiting around for so long. Yeah, I mean, imagine if you do GSX boarding in the A380 with a full load of passengers. You need to start that like an hour before you take off. Edo, barrel roll. Yes, do a barrel roll. We might end up doing one not on purpose.
Do a barrel roll!
Yeah, first person to say it this stream. Hope you're doing well, Edo. Rosie classy livery, yes, absolutely 0 point. I hope you're good at flying a glider. Well, yes. Doing a lot of training actually at the moment with dual engine failures after takeoff in our current training period. Free did a Sims work through the night operator, had a 10-2 slot a couple of days back that wiped me out. Yeah, in peak times the Sims at most airlines would start at or be utilised to be used all through the night. Nothing. Well, yeah. See, I mean, our latest start I did this week was 10 o'clock, and we were out at 3 in the morning. So yeah, it is tough. It is tough at those times. Diesel manual reversion. Oh god. Yes, no thanks. Nearly done, guys. 4 more passengers. Look, we'll wait for the ding inside the cabin. Oh, there we are. Look at that for timing. Right. So let's now request push and start. Bye bye, Airbridge. Ice note. There it goes. Doors are closed. Oh my days. Nose right, face. I don't know. What's going to be best for us? We want nose right facing south. Start 3-3. Is that a possible selection? We've got 3B, 3A. I want nose. No, I want nose left facing. No, I want nose right facing south. Let's just do that one. Packs off. Anti-collision light. Parking brake is set to transponder out of. Why is she not saying release parking brake? Is it because the ground power's still on? Ground operations. Aha. Remove chocks. Disconnecting ground power. Level change. Would you continue the flight if you got unreliable airspeed? No, you'd definitely be diverting after that. But today we might carry on for a laugh. Remove chocks. I'm trying to remove chocks. Why is that not working? Can you hear me clicking, guys? You can even see it moving.
Release parking brakes, please.
Thanks, PMDG.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Commencing push. Don't sound. Let's go. There we go. Perfect. On our way. So I've got my QRH ready as well out of my bag. We'll probably need it today. Perfect. So then, let's start engine number 2. I'll turn the music off for now. Oh, I've got the Boris sound pack as well, don't forget. I forgot that was all on here. Navigraph's still up, thanks. Yes, I forgot the sound pack's very good. Ed2, where's oil pressure? Oil pressure M1. I like how the EGT is the OAT as well, that's cool. What's going on with my rudder? Failure's already on, look. Yeah, I think the rudder might fall off if it was removing that sort of speed. I think it just does that during the pushback. Oh dear me. Yeah, GSX induced, yeah, I know, I've seen it lots. Does that sound like a mag? I swear that sounds a bit different to usual. I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Right. Starter cut out. 2463, 2 stable. Oh yeah, we're doing a cross bleed, aren't we? So engine bleeds on. AP bleed wants to come off. Pack switches are in the off position. Advanced thrust levers. You can see that because the isolation valve's now opened. So to do this, you need to be stationary now. Why am I going forward? I guess this is part of the procedure. So to do a cross-bleed start, you wouldn't do it whilst taxiing because an engine's running. You need to increase the bleed PSI, the PSI to 30, but because it's a flight simulator, I'll add a bit of thrust. Ah. Just make sure we've got 30 PSI. And there we are, and now we can start engine number 1. You would never do this. You'll see the PSI drop. There we are. Head 2.
Please set parking brake.
Perfect. So this is a cross-bleed start. You use thrust from the remaining engine to start it. Oil pressure, N1. It's much slower, but don't be tempted to add thrust. Once you're above 20%, if it stops, you can add the fuel anyway. There we are, 25%. Just want to have a listen to this engine start.
Unlocking gear.
Perfect. There was a Boris update yesterday. Maybe I need to update it. It does sound a bit CFM-y. But it's not the sound I remember from last stream. Cam, you're welcome.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Left is clear.
Left is clear.
Oh.
Right is clear.
She said that with a little bit more enthusiasm. Oh my goodness me, interesting. There we are. When would you do a cross-speed start? Yeah, the APU and up. Exactly. Right, so good starts on the engine, 2 stable, and the New Yorker. What do you call someone from New York? Is it just New Yorker, or is there another term in America? Don't know. But pin has been seen. Right, generators on, APU, start switches, probes, don't need anti-ice on, so pack's now auto, that's auto, APU bleed is off, flaps to 5. Today I am sporting a cardigan and black jeans, full forward, full back, left, oh yeah, don't forget to reduce thrust after you've started the engine, right, left, and right, and recall black lower DU, and then you'd read the before taxi checklist. Great. Right, oh no, we need this open for failures, don't we, to turn it on before takeoff. So return PMDG aircraft failures all. So that's the page you need to be on. Right, well, imagine we've got our taxi clearance, taxiing to runway 04. Just as a reminder, we'll go first right here on number 2, and then left, runway 04 via Bravo. Perfect. Parking brakes released. Let's do a config check. Oh my gosh, those spawn up times, I forgot, were ridiculous. I thought they'd fix that in the PMDG. Maybe I was wrong. It definitely sounds different, but I've not updated the sounds. A Yorker bar, New Yorker works, liberal. I'm going to probably offend several people from New York here. Yeah, that definitely sounds different to last stream. So, and I've not updated the Boris sound pack. They fixed it if you fixed it if it's put up to 40. If you put it to 100, it's still crap. So when you do the config check though, we usually move the thrust lever to at least 70, or I usually use the forward stop, and it still takes ages to spool up. Elevator failure in VR. Imagine, Ezil, that would be dreadful. Oh, I should be unicoming. Oh no, sorry, CTAFing, shouldn't I? I'm completely on the wrong. I always forget this. Let me just. I go to now. I go to the tower frequency, don't I? Oh, I'll just go to unicom. com. There we are. LaGuardia traffic, Alpaca 204, Alpha taxi runway 04, departure to the east. Perfect. 1187, I should have done that. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, Scotty 2, this is, but this is not, though. I've not updated or changed anything with the Boris sound pack, but it definitely sounds different. We'll have a listen on takeoff. No. So something's gone. Something definitely sounds different, but I've definitely got it installed. Brilliant. Right, so we'll do the before takeoff checklist. Config checked flaps we have. 5 green lights, stab trim set for departure, 5.7 units, takeoff briefing, PAX auto, bleeds on, V-speed set, 41, 43, 52 on the MCP. It's a LaGuardia 7 departure, runway heading, then 055 to 5000 right turn, continue en route, and we'll make sure we continue eastbound if we have any failures away from the city, and any problems we've discussed, I'm afraid we'll book up at 10:20. Reviewed. Cabin, will imagine, is secure. Checklist complete. Is KFC on the ME Alpha Alpaca now? Brilliant. Does it sound better or worse? It just doesn't sound. It sounds worse. I think there must have been something in the community folder that's amiss here. Right, doesn't seem to be anyone on final, so we'll line up and wait runway 4. Where's that little click spot for that? There we are. Oh no, we're going to do a heading select departure. There we are. Just make sure the weather radar's on. And transponder. Oh! What's this weather radar from? The 30s? Crikey, I've not seen this before. Weather interference. There we are. And transponder TARA. So MCP is set. Transponder TARA. Strobe lights are on, lights are on as well. Check this complete. Right, let's get lined up. And then we'll turn on maximum permitted failures. Yeah, definitely this is not the Boris sound pack. It's not even the default sound pack. Alright. Oh, still taxis like a pig. Come on. Slightly less than full usually does it. Yeah, it's definitely some Boris sound effects. I can hear the scraping. I don't want to use too much runway because we're performance limited here. Right then, let's do it. I'll start the timer. Toga's in chat. Let's now turn on the failures. Random, yes. 59, 60 is the 59 is the absolute maximum. No limits. Execute. Done. Legs. And we're not going to return to that page until we're either ditched or landed. Right, return. Quick, before the failures start. Legs. Right, let's go. Right. Oh, these streams. Why do I do them? Why? Stabilise. Set takeoff thrust. Yeah, that is the Boris sound pack. Alright, 95.1. Takeoff thrust set indications normal.
80 knots.
Ah, what's that noise? Checked. I've not heard you before. Jim! New voice.
V1.
Right, well, we're going flying. Oh, got a lot of right rudder in here. Crikey! I've got full right rudder! I was ready to climb gears up. I had so much rudder in there. Right, there's heading select. Maximum altitude 20 degrees, even if the flight director commands more. I can't remember what the LaGuardia 7 said. Climb heading 500 feet, and we want to make a climb onto a heading of 055. Alright, we'll call it NADP 1 for noise. Again, we don't pitch above 20, so that's why we're slightly above V2 plus 20. Bye bye, New York. 2 engines, a fully serviceable aeroplane. Beautiful. Right, log up. Well, I'm rotating it, but it seems to be going down. That's probably my first failure. There we go. Above V2 plus 15, select flaps 1. Yeah, that's definitely Boris, isn't it? Yes. That's a great sound. I can't see where I'm going whilst hand flying. Brilliant. Flaps up. That'll do. Better looking where... Oh, look, you just can't teach it, just on the flight director's in trim. Right, approaching 5,000. Command day. We'll imagine we got a continuous climb to our cruise. 350. Set VNAV. And we'll route direct to our first waypoint, which is over John F. Kennedy. Executes. LNAV available. LNAV. After takeoff checklist. Gears off. Water brakes off. I'm just going to recall. Yeah, all good. Air conditioning pressurization. Turn off the retracts as well. Pressure's good. 2.2 psi climbing. Auto. Set. Release the cabin crew. Checks complete. Beautiful scenery. Still, in my opinion, the graphics are considerably better than Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. For commercial flying, still much better. Hello, Josh C. Thank you. 6 months, and that's going to be the only time we hear you. Can't teach it today. Best of luck. Yep, they bought. And the rest you can definitely teach. Oh dear. Beautiful. Right over the top of John F. Kennedy, which is coming up here. There's Manhattan. Very nice. Hello, Potato Ship Squad. Would you say the Flight Factor 777 V2 Ultimate is worth the money? What's the V2 Ultimate? Is that its name? Yeah, the actual Flight Factor 777 is amazing. Really, really in depth. Got everything modelled there. That's 10 years in the making or something like that. Just turn the sounds down slightly. We're pressurising nicely. Yeah. PSI is building. Remember, it's on average every 10 minutes. So, you know, nothing... And this is the third one of these I've done. Typically, they start coming in around now. But some can be, you know, hidden beneath systems. You might not know we've got a failure. So, right. Altimeters 10,500 for flight level 350 pre-cruise checks, fuel 6 pumps, lights, logo, APU is off, pressurization is fine, 4.2 psi. Checks, release the passengers, they don't know what's going on, recall, checks complete. It's John F. Kennedy below. Why do the buildings look different? There must be an ortho on when there were pictures were taken. Alright. Yeah, still good. We might get an engine failure. You know what? We've done 2 of these. We've not had any engine related issues, and there's 100% engine failures available in the engine failure section. There's loads. But we've not actually experienced an engine failure. And I've always done roughly the same flight time, 2 hours, because by the end of that period, the aircraft's barely flying. Last bit of land I see. Yeah, when do we actually... Is it straight away? Yep. This is it. We're straight over the Atlantic after this turn. There's John F. Kennedy. Our last sort of safe diversion point. I'm ready, guys. Look what's next to me. I'm all good. Got my QRH. QRH is here, ready to go for every conceivable issue. But one thing the QRH doesn't cover is multiple failures. When you have an issue, it doesn't presume there's other failures as well. So if you have, let's say, an engine failure, it presumes that the rest of the aircraft's fully serviceable. In this situation, you've got to think a bit outside the box. Really put sticky notes everywhere. No, the only sticky note I've got is don't mute yourself. Oh dear. It's all good. No secondary faults. Fuel's good. Lots of fuel checks, time checks. Actually, I need to work out my equal time point, because at some point I might have to decide is it better to continue eastbound to Bermuda or turn around to go back to Baltimore, New York. Possibly Dave Cat. But who doesn't know? As long as I don't share it with you guys. Andrea, no, everyone in the training department gets issued a QRH for both the Max and the NG. It is mine. I can rightfully own it. Brandon says, I'm sure... Ah! There you go! Oh, what's going on? Alright, what's happened? I've lost an engine! Oh no! Severe damage! Oh no! Alright. Jim, state malfunction. I've had no failures. Right, let's firstly stop aviate. Let's stop the climb. Right, what do I need? A bit of right rudder. Right, aviate. Right, let's get the autopilot back in. Command A, right rudder trim. Okay, let's bug speed. So this is how I deal with it in real life. Let's bug a sensible speed. We'll just maintain level flight for now. Out hold. And we'll set that. So state malfunction. Engine number 1, we have 0% M1. Engine failure flag, decreasing EGT, fuel flow N20. No fire indication. With the 0% M1, that is severe damage. There would have been in real life a loud bang associated with that. Okay, so memory items, we'll go to Jim's seat. Auto throttle if engaged, disengage, disengage. Thrust lever, engine number 1, confirm, close. So, confirm, close. Engine start lever, engine number 1, confirm, cut off, confirm, don't do the wrong one. Engine fire switch, confirm, pull, pull. Got to pull the override. How do you do this in the PMDG? How do I pull this? Great. There we are, pulled. And memory items complete. Alright then, we're not going to Bermuda. It's impossible. Well, I could get there. But, right, so this would be, right, pan, Alpaca 20 Foxtrot Alpha. Engine failure, maintaining flight level 1, we're descending to maintain altitude 17,000, altimeter 2997, standby. Right, well imagine that's been acknowledged. We'll just set 17,000 vertical speed. We'll just descend there, and I'll just get some rudder trim in, or we can start reducing a little bit of thrust on the active engine. We'll slow down to a sensible speed, and a little bit of rudder trim coming in now. So let's put in about 3 to 4 units. Guys, I've got to return to New York. If you want me, what do you want me to do? I could clear the failure, keep it as realistic as possible. Don't forget to reduce the rudder with the rudder trim, or go back to New York. What do you want me to do? Real, or you know? I can keep the failures on as well, but I've got. It's going to take me 10-15 minutes to set up for the approach. Azil, set makes continuous stress. If I was going to continue climbing, yes. What we've got now, master caution, off-schedule descent. That's completely normal. Oh, hold on. What's going on here? Why am I using so much left rudder? That's weird. Heading select. Why am I needing opposite rudder? Oh! How did the rudder trim get over there? I didn't set that. I set 3 to 4 units. I had like opposite rudder in. That's way too much. Now this is hard because I'm having to set the rudder trim whilst looking down. Right, real it is. We'll have to do another one. There could be still more failures. So obviously this is where my workload's so high, because I'm having to do the job at PF and PM. I would have turned back to New York by now. So let's request present position hold. Okay, hold, and we need to do our decision. So next hold, present position, execute. So we're just going to hold present position. We'll imagine we've got ATC clearance for that. L now available. We're just going to reduce thrust a little bit further. And now we'll do the QRH for engine fire, severe damage, separation. Alright, and I still will have failures coming in. So I'm just going to get the checklist now. Chapter 8, fire, severe damage, separation. This will be completed by PM whilst I fly the aeroplane. Right, I've got the QRH checklist out in front of me. Okay, so master caution, air conditioning, off-schedule descent, and these are That's another failure, guys. We've got another failure. That would not be illuminated. Low pressure aft. So we've had a fuel pump failure as well. Remember, I've got a failure coming in every 10 minutes, so that is associated with the random failures. Just watch our speed. So I'm going to add some thrust. It will maintain 7,000. Probably the thrust setting single engine is really nice. So 77%. Right, engine fire, severe damage, separation. Condition: one or more of these occurred. An engine fire warning. No. Airframe vibration with abnormal engine indications. Yes. N10 or an engine separation. You confirm you completed the memory items. Just need to retrim this slightly here. It's a little bit more rudder trim. So auto throttles, if engaged, is disengaged. Thrust lever closed. Start lever cut off. Fire switch pulled. If the engine overheat light is illuminated, and rotate to stop and hold for 1 second. Guys, I'm going to have to readjust the rudder trim. I just need a wings level for a second. Choose one in flight. Go to step 7. If after 30 seconds the engine fire switch or engine overheat lights illuminated, rotate to the other stop. Choose one. High airframe vibration occurs and continues after engine is shut down. High airframe vibration does not occur, does not continue. We've got no vibration after the engine is shut down here. Just watch my speed. We never want to go below the up speed. Might descend a little bit here, but we could definitely maintain 17,000 feet single engine. That shouldn't be an issue. I'll put actually con, so I can set up to continuous. Isolation valve to close and turn the failed side pack off, so left side pack off, and watch the duct pressure change. Okay, you should now get, come on PMDG, come on. So if we close the isolation valve and turn this pack off, we should now get duct pressure either side. No, I'm not. I'm being silly. No, I've closed it. If I opened it, I would. But we can't in this situation because the engine failed. My bad. I'm just thinking of what I'd done. Rudder trim. I need a little less. So the objective is to keep the control column centered. Single engine. New master caution, was that the fuel pump? Yes, that's the fuel pump. Pack switch off, APU bleed air switch off, choose one APU because we're only on one source of AC power. Guys in chat, can you get me the weather for John F. Kennedy? LaGuardia is not a suitable alternate because of the length of the runway, so we'll divert to John F. Kennedy, which is a far more suitable airport for this situation. Long runways, better facilities. Not that LaGuardia doesn't have these facilities, but you want a long runway, large international airport. Thanks, guys. Not ideal. 32015, gusting 19. What's the runway directions here? It is going to be 320. So it's going to be runway 31, isn't it? What do they land on, guys? 31 left or 31 right? You'll have to let me know what they're using in real life. So when the APU starts, it takes a couple of minutes. We use this time to gather information, so the weather at airports nearby. LaGuardia is fine. We'll get the weather for New York. They do both. We'll land on 31 left, okay, because that is the longest runway as well. So we'll plan to 31 left. We've got the weather, but at this point we're not deciding where we're going. We're just still securing the aircraft and configuring it. APU should be available any second. Don't tell me the APU's failed. I've got no APU bus light. It could well be that it's failed. Remember, I've got a failure every... You can see, look, the engine's barely spinning. I've got no APU available. Great. Yeah, APU's just not started. It has started. I've got EGT, but no... Let me just switch over to Command B. I've got 2 autopilots. No, the APU's stopped. I don't know if that's a PMDG-ism or a failure. I don't know, but it's not coming on to generate AC power. Back to Command A. Right, keep an eye on that, guys. If you notice on the overhead panel that has illuminated, and I've missed it, let me know. But yeah, we're down to one source of AC power. Nothing changes, still continues this checklist. So no fuel in the centre tank. Fuel quantity on the operative engine should be less than the quantity on the failed side. If not, suspect a fuel leak and don't balance it. But we do have fuel in the centre tank, so we're going to use centre tank fuel first, Once that's done, we just simply open the crossfeed valve. Transponder mode selected to TA. This prevents climbs which could exceed performance capability. Isolation valve now, yeah, this is what I was getting confused. We'll now put this to auto. You'll now get an increase in left duct pressure, and this will ensure that you have bleed air available for wing anti-ice for both wings if needed. So that's why I was getting confused. The step's a bit different with severe damage. Then advises you must plan to land at the nearest, what's my speed? Plan to land at the nearest suitable airport. Don't use the FMC for any performance predictions, and go to the one engine and operative landing checklist on 732, which is what I'm doing now. In fact, I should have yoke cam on so you can see me running through these checklists. So before we run this checklist, one engine operative landing checklist, which basically configures the aircraft and gets the aircraft ready to land, you have to go through a decision-making process. All right. We have a decision-making process, which I'm not going to quote, but some people might quote in chat anyway, which I'm going to sort of run through now. So the captain leads it, discusses with the first officer what you think the problem is. The problem is we need to do a single-engine flat 15 landing. We've gathered the information. We'll talk to the cabin crew. So we do this. Number one's flight deck. Cabin to flight deck standing by. Hello, it's Jim. We'll imagine he's the captain. We just want to gather some information. Have you noticed anything unusual in the cabin with this? They would have heard a bang. Great. Anything else? No, is there any smoke or fire? No, there isn't. Great. Well, we're just securing the aircraft. We'll come back to you for a NITS briefing. Options then. We've got New York John F. Kennedy. You've got several other backups available. And we've got so much time available, so much fuel. We could sit here for 5 hours if we wanted. But because we've got planned to land at the nearest suitable airport, we can land overweight. So, we'd select, I'd say, Jim and I would select John F. Kennedy as our alternate. We'll now execute that plan. So we'd say Alpaca 20 Foxtrot Alpha, it is our intention to return to John F. Kennedy, request holding close to the airport, ready for an approach. So what I'll do is bring up John F. Kennedy. I don't know this airport at all. I'm having to play air traffic control. So let me just go here to the airport. Open charts. You said approach for ILS 31 left. So ILS 31 left. Where could we hold that's suitable? What stars are available? There's loads, isn't there? Wow. Let's find one to the east. Okay, let's hold at Calverton. Is there anywhere closer? I think Calverton will do, because it's quite close. Want somewhere closer than that. Let's do non-standard hold at somewhere else. This is obviously, I'm having to play air traffic control here. Oh, there's nowhere. Can I overlay this and find somewhere suitable? I'm not that far away. See, yeah, I can hold here at Deer Park. Okay, let's go there. There's no published hold there. So we'll go Deer Park, and what's that outbound? We'll do 228 right-hand turns. So Delta Papa Kilo. So you go to legs, Delta Papa Kilo. Bring that to the top, execute. LNAV's available, LNAV's engaged, and we'll make it a non-standard hold. 2 tons, hold at sailing. Where's sailing, buddy? You know what, you might know more than me. You're the boss, let's go wherever that is. I don't know where sailing is. Ah! Not that one. Arrays. I think I'll go with Delta Papa Kilo. See, it's on the arrival. And we said 228 right-hand turns. So we'll go hold. Ooh. That shouldn't happen. Hold. Exit hold. That's a bug. Because it still has this routing. So let me just clear that. So Delta Papa Kilo, bring to the top, execute. What on earth is it doing? Come on, PMDG, don't let me down. It's sort of routing there, but where's the magenta line? A bug! Oh no. This might help. Okay, that's looking better. There's a bug there, so it should route direct to the hold. Okay, there we are. So we've got the holding in, and we're going to descend to a more sensible altitude. Let's descend. What did it say at Deer Park? There wasn't anything, so we'll go down to, let's say, 6,000 feet. All right, so 6,000 feet. level change. The aircraft's pitching for a speed, so what I'm going to do now is just reduce thrust on the remaining engine and then retrim. So I need to buy a little bit of left here. Just reduce thrust, send it 220 knots. Just do a nice gradual descent because we still need to set up for the approach. So 220 and retrim. This is much harder. Oh, I've had an FMC failure. No. Oh, I keep forgetting I've got multiple failures coming in. Yeah, that APU's broken. That's either a new failure we have or something else is amiss. But yeah, keep an eye out for other failures. Alright, other failures. Note here as well, because we've had severe damage, we don't attempt an engine restart. It's pointless. So, let's carry on here. Oh guys, I can see loads of suggestions here. I hear you all very well, but this is actually quite a suitable one. You know, it might be a little bit closer, but I still have plenty of things I need to do. So let's run the one engine operative landing checklist, which is right in front of me in the QRH. So landing must be made of an engine inoperative, plan a flat 15 landing. So what we do is now update the FMC. So we're going to go departure arrivals. Well, actually, sorry, we need to go to the route page first. We need to update to John F. Kennedy, Kilo Juliet Foxtrot Kilo. Oof, I thought it crashed then. Execute. Departure arrivals. We said ILS 31 left. And via Deer Park. Execute. We can now get rid of all of our original routing. So it's Zax after the hold. Execute. So it's now tidied up. Ignore VNet. Where are we going? PMDG. Where are we going? Where are we going? Come on. Why is it... I don't know. Execute again. There we are. And then it's got the approach in. Cruise page... We'll update that to 6,000 feet so we can start a gentle descent. So cruise descent 6,000 feet to enter the hold. And we can now continue setting up for the approach. Another thing, we've already got off scheduled descent, but I'll set that to 150. Oh, one thing I forgot to do is the NITS and PA. Sorry. Already done the pan call Borislav. We don't need to do that. We'd advise ATC what's going on. But the NITS briefing, we talked to the cam crew. Look, the nature is we've had an engine failure. Intentions to divert to New York John F. Kennedy. Landing in 15 to 20 minutes. We don't need an SOS demo because we don't plan to evacuate afterwards. And then I do a reassurance PA. So... ladies and gentlemen from the flight, it's your captain speaking. Fortunately, we developed a technical issue and we've had to shut down an engine as a precaution. But don't worry, the aircraft is completely designed to fly single engine and we are trained to deal with this situation. It does mean we can't get to Bermuda at this present time. We've made the decision to come to New York and we'll be landing in approximately 15 minutes. Once we've landed, we'll get back to you with onward travel arrangements. We do apologise for your inconvenience. Perfect, so that's complete. And now we can continue the checklist. Right. So plan a flat 15 landing we've done. Set VRFI, so if any of the following conditions apply, set VRFIs. Engine anti-ice will be used during landing. No, it's quite a nice day here. Wing anti-ice has been used. No. Icing conditions have been encountered and landing temperatures below 10. It is below 10, but we won't expect any icing conditions before landing, so that's all sorted. AJ Fernay, thank you very much for your $5. It didn't come up because I think I was on Yoke Cam. Ladies and gentlemen, our flight to Bermuda has been delayed because of plane issues. Worse yet, we're to New York and we're out of coffee. Unbelievable. Thank you very much indeed. Jay Widepan instead of Mayday. Well, Mayday is an emergency situation requiring immediate assistance due to potential loss of life. So it doesn't warrant that. If I had a fire, I would have made a Mayday call. But pan call is sufficient in this situation. A little bit of left rudder trim. I must remember to reset that when we level off and add thrust. Ah, I see the rudder trim got... Yeah, that's what happened earlier. Had too much. It was stuck in. Great, so we don't need VRFIs. Check the non-normal configuration landing distance. Now, does the PMDG have landing performance available for non-normal situations? Does anyone know? No, I don't think it does it? It's a very, very basic performance calculator, I'm afraid. So I don't think there's an option here to select any runway. If both engines fail, we are making an immediate left turn to land. We'd probably struggle to make New York at 6,000, but that's okay. Okay, well, I don't have any data for landing in New York, but what we'll do is don't use FMC fuel predictions. We're burning around 2 tons an hour. We're descending, so that's a bit less. So I reckon we'll burn another 300 or 400 kilos before landing. In it, ref. Our landing weight's going to be 67.7. What's the problem with this landing weight, guys? Anyone in chat know? Let me know. But it is landing weight of 67.7. We land with flat 15. No VRF ice, 159. There is a non-naught. Oh, there is a non-naught. My apologies, guys. Where is it? Ah, my apologies, PMDG. Ah, excellent. I completely take it back. Yeah, that is correct. That is above the aircraft's maximum landing weight, which is 65.3 tons. So, in this situation, because the QH has directed us to land at the nearest suitable airport, we can land with overweight. Alright. Oh. JFK. 3-1 left. And what did we say? 67.7. We could try all auto brake. Well, let's try max. Well, let's try auto brake 3. If you can, use it. Import weather, calculate. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, I know landing weight's over. Okay. Well, that's a problem. Basically, the PMDG 737 goes, ooh, you're landing overweight. No calculation available. That's not how it works. You can actually calculate above max landing weight. So, PMDG need to update this so you can actually get landing weight figures above max landing weight. But it's a 4,400 metre runway. If I can't land here, we're not landing anywhere. Auto brake 3. Yeah, so you can land below max landing weight in this situation. Right. Nothing I could do. You know what? I might need to use VRF ice now because I'm going to need engine anti-ice. Oh, it's just a thin cloud. We'll get away with that. Checklist complete except the third item. So now we need to configure for the approach. So the ILS is 11135. I haven't had any other faults, have I? Apart from this APU, which I don't know if it's a PMDG-ism. Who knows? Right, we're all good for now. 111. What's the ILS route? So I just forgot. 11135. 11135. VOR for JFK is 15.9. Wow, this stream's going to be cut short. But I said we'll do it as realistically as possible. Course is 314. Aircraft's beautifully and trimmed, just doing a nice gradual descent, single engine. 314, and the minimums are, let's approach 213. 213. 213 coming in. Great, so we'll self-position via Deer Park, or whatever this VOR is called. Ah, where's my chart gone? Oh, so much going on. Too many tabs open. Right, so there's the ILS approach, Dearman's Park. I'll just put that as an overlay. So we're entering the hold here. Looks like an offset entry, and then we're just going to self-position 228 to Zags. And go around single engine. Still the same procedure. So go around, except you retract to flat 1. So go around flat 1, set go around thrust, positive rate of climb, gear up 400 feet. We'll go heading select, make a left turn 500 feet, and climb outbound 190, and then we bug up at 1,000 feet AGL, retract the flaps. So that's the single engine go around. Great performance, taxi aprons all complete. Excellent. Single engine go. I'm going to save single engine go around for a dedicated video, but if I'm unstable I will go around, so don't worry about it. Right, we're ready for the descent checklist. Okay, so descent checklist: pressurization, land out set, anti-ice off, approach brief and fuel we've just discussed. We've set the bugs, 159 fly, V-fly 164 minimums checked and set. We'll now configure the aircraft for additional go-around thrust. So we just verify the wing anti-ice is off. We don't need it anymore. We're below 10,000 feet as well. Isolation valve we close. Bleed 1 air switch we turn off. APU bleed on unless there's been a fire. Left pack switch on auto. And right bleed air switch off. And what we've done, we've disconnected the bleed air from the engines, and that gives us full go-around thrust. So imagine turning the air conditioning off on your car, let's say, and the APU is providing pressurization to the left pack, so we are still pressurized. We then have a go-around procedure review, which says do the normal go-around except use flap 1, maintain VREF 15 plus 5 knots until you reach the flap retraction altitude. You must limit your bank angle to 15 degrees whenever the VREF is VREF 15 plus 15 knots or less, and accelerate to flap 1 manoeuvring speed before you retract the flaps. We then do the approach checklist, so we're just out of range, so we can't do that just yet, and we put this to flap inhibit because we're landing flap 15. We're now ready for the approach, guys. That is it. So what I'm going to do is route direct to Zax. I'll answer any questions before the approach. We're actually a little bit high, 500 feet, but now I can actually reduce the thrust almost to idle, and we just descend conventionally. Alright. Yeah, I think the APU is inoperative. It never came up regarding the blue light, so I think there could be a fault with a failure or an issue with the PMDG. Right, post-cruise checks are coming in. So prior to the approach, we always evaluate our decision. Have the circumstances changed? Has the weather changed at our destination? Is the airport still available? I'll back up. We could probably go to... it was Teterborough's got quite a short runway, hasn't it? We'd probably go south then to Atlantic City or something. I don't know this area. That's all done. Belt should be on already. Recall. And we've got fuel. We know about that's an extra fault we've had. Drive and source off, that would be associated with this failure. Yeah, okay, I can't see any other issues. They'd be latent if they are. Of course, Newark. I completely forgot about Newark as another international airport. Unbelievable. Great. So this situation, guys, all airline pilots are trained to deal with engine failures. It's actually, out of all the failures, it's quite serious, but we know what to do. Everyone is trained to deal with it. The configuration is a little different, single engine as well. We level off at the platform altitude, and we start configuring nice and early, and we go from there. And why is it LaGuardia suitable? Too short runway, SB 2008. It was 1800 meters, so we can land there if it's an emergency. But Newark and JFK are far more suitable with regards to the runway length. Philadelphia is not too far away as well. I would say single electrical source warrants are made. Now that's an interesting discussion I had once, Matthew Presley. Single source of AC power, again, it's serious. Absolute minimum pan call, but we discussed, and I'd say total loss of AC would be warranting your mayday call. The aircraft actually, total loss of AC power is still flyable, very unlikely to happen. But with one source, I'd stick with a pan personally, but I think everyone has slightly different views on that. So still 5 minutes until we get to Zax. I probably need a little bit of opposite rudder because the thrust is low. We'll descend to the platform altitude at New York, which is 2,000 feet by Zax. We do need a long level segment. We don't need a long level segment, but we want to be level at 2,000 by Zax. So that's looking good. I might just take a little bit more thrust off, so it's almost an idle thrust descent, and just lose a little bit of that rudder trim. There we go. That should keep the control column roughly centered. Jamley, isn't the AP working though because it's providing duct pressure for the packs? Oh god, I completely forgot. Now, very well spotted. Let me just see. So this is interesting. The APU is working because we've got the bleed air, but it's not providing any source of electrical power. That's weird. I think that's a PMDG bug, guys. It's not giving it, or a failure. We've had a failure of the APU bus or electrical power system. It's definitely providing bleed air. Well spotted, and I didn't even think about that when I put the APU bleed on, but it's definitely not providing electrical power. I can't trip the bus. If I tripped that off though, we did lose total. If I move that to off, we're in trouble. But yeah, obviously generator 1's unavailable. It was the last selected source, the source off's on, but we can't use it for electrical power, which I think is either a bug or another failure. There we are. You can see the fan's not spinning. 0% M1. That is severe damage. Again, we would have had a bang. Oh, tower's online. Oh no. I could think I better call them up. You won't know that. John F. Kennedy Tower. It's Alpaca 20 Foxtrot Alpha.
Zero Foxtrot Alpha, Kennedy Tower, hello, it is permission, Tango current altimeter 29092, say request.
Alpaca 20 Foxtrot Alpha, it's a pan en route from LaGuardia to Bermuda. We had an engine failure, we've just been holding at Deer Park, but we'd like to request runway 31 left if available for a single engine approach.
Alpaca 20 Foxtrot Alpha, Kennedy Tower, that is approved as requested. You can proceed inbound runway 31 left.
Proceeding inbound 31 left, currently routing inbound to Zax, Alpaca 20 Foxtrot Alpha.
Alpaca 20 Foxtrot Alpha, you can call on a 1010 mile final established for 31 left. Unfortunately, New York approach is not online and you're a little bit outside the realms of my airspace as far as distance and altitude. So you can continue inbound runway 31 left and give me a call established on final for 31 left. I'll hold traffic for you.
I can call 10 miles Alpaca 20 Foxtrot Alpha. Perfect. Altimeter 299
Left and
and
I'll
2.
put a ground stop so you're on the ground.
Roger. Oh, is anyone in New York? Sorry, you gotta wait.
2887, turn left, fly the Yankee transition.
Yes, good thinking. Ooh, yeah. No amps, AC volts. Yeah, it could be some sort of electrical issue then with the faults.
Terminal aircraft at Kennedy.
Someone said bit more thrust dropping below profile. Yeah, I want to level off at 2000 nice and low, Alex Patterson, but well spotted.
Call it 11 or so to the east of Kennedy.
He's telling I'm coming in with a pad. I've stopped all movements in New York virtually. Could check the lamps, maybe only the APU gen light failing. Oh, it doesn't. They're not modelled in PMDG. You can't check the bulbs, unfortunately. You can't test them by pushing them. So nice and level at 2,000 feet by Zax. Bit gusty as well, so the speed's up and down. We're just holding on the landing checklist. Can't use the auto throttle for just one engine? No, not with a fail passive system. So I think even fail operational. So yeah, auto throttle has to be off, manual thrust. I am a virtual menace.
We're Alpaca 20 Foxtrot Alpha. No need to acknowledge runway 31 left. Length is 1,400, 500. Correction, runway 31 left is 14,511 feet long. Approximately 4,423 meters.
Thanks for the conversion, Alpaca 20 Foxtrot Alpha. He converted it to meters for me because he knew I'm from the European world. What about the fuel pump failure? Oh yes, there you go. Checklist complete. Terrain's noted. Perfect.
Alpaca 20 Foxtrot Alpha, the field is yours. Kennedy wind 33015, gust 19, runway 31 left, clear to land.
31 left, clear to land, Alpaca 20 Foxtrot Alpha. Very accommodating. Runway heading 314. I've been very critical of PMDG. Bear in mind, it's actually simulating single engine fly here very well. Very, very well indeed. Localizer live, localizer capture, flap 1. And straight to flap 5. And we'll reduce now to the flap 5 speeds. So I need to start thinking about rudder and rudder trim. I'll start feeding in that rudder now. You do this is where it's really hard single pilot because I cannot see what the control column's doing. But that's what I'll need eventually. But I'm having to apply opposite rudder because the thrust is low. It's a bit non-standard. So I think it's now based off glide slope alive single engine. There we are, so feeding in the thrust. The magic number is 70% as a reference. But because we're quite heavy, I probably will need around, that should be close, probably about 75-80 here because we're very, very heavy. And there we are. So I've got 45 units, and that's keeping my control column centered now with no rudder inputs. Perfect. Guys, have you enjoyed the stream today? Would you like me to repeat another failure stream? Perhaps not wait a year and a half, but I've done this as realistically as possible for you. This is exactly what I would have done on the line. New sky emergency? Oh, how do I do that? Otherwise I'll get penalised, won't I? Oh, declare emergency! Yes, declare made it done! Glide slope alive. David Noyd, don't celebrate yet! Ye of little faith! Right, waiting for 1 dot. We tried to time the gear down flat 15 to minimise thrust lever movement, so a bit fast. Let's do it now. Gear down. Oh, God, no. Remember, it's a failure stream. Remember what happened last time? Whew, 3 green. So we've got to try and time. If you time gear down flat 15 perfectly, you capture the glide slope. Don't forget to approach, and then you can minimise thrust lever movement. So glide slope capture, missed approach altitude is 3,000 feet. And look at that. I'm going to have to reduce a little bit of thrust. Actually, it's a bit late. Perfect. And then we'll do the 1 engine operative landing checklist. Start switches, remaining engine continuous. Recall, master caution, elec, fuel checked. Speed brake is arm green lights, landing gear down 3 green, order brake is set to 3, flaps 15 green lights on, checklist complete. So about 70% now. Perfect. Alright, we're all stable. So when guys are in their check rides and come in every 6 months, they have to do what I've just done completely manually. On the line, you would never disconnect the autopilot. You'd utilise the automation autopilot. One thing I'd also brief is our approach speed's a little bit higher than usual, so you can anticipate a higher rate of descent at the landing gates, probably at 800-900 feet per minute. So if I'm just touching at 1,000, which is the normal limit, I'd sort of accept that on this approach. Obviously, any gross descent needs to be dealt with a go around, but it's the same stabilised approach criteria: 2 reds, 2 whites, speed between VREF plus 20, 3 puppies on glide slope on localizer. Probably in reality I'd have a little bit more, it's a little bit less thrust. I think usually this way I'd probably have 75-80% M1 as opposed to what I had there, about 65-70, but I'm actually feeding a little bit more now. Clear to land. The aircraft's flying really nicely, single engine, as the real aircraft does as well. The aircraft single engine flies beautifully. Perfect. Very accommodating of tower. Still select reverse thrust on the remaining engine. Checked. Smidge low, 3 reds.
Minimum.
Continue. This is just default scenery. Gear collapse after touchdown. 3 reds, that's okay. Very floaty with flat 15 as well.
30, 20, 10.
A little bit of left rudder. Very nice. So speed brakes up. Reverses. Gently lower the nose. Reverse thrust 75%. Perfect. 100 knots. Let the auto brake do the work. Use the runway, don't cook the brakes. 80 knots. Cancel reverse. Now I can go manual braking. Welcome to New York, ladies and gentlemen. We've survived. Oh yeah, I forgot with all this rudder trim in it. Really wants to yank round.
Paca 20, Foxtrot Alpha, nicely done. Welcome to Kennedy. Exit right when able. Stay in tension.
Right when able, and we'll take any terminal that standards closest. Thanks. Don't know anything.
Paca 20, Foxtrot Heavy, roger, very good. Continue straight ahead on November and taxi straight into the ramp via November. I'll catch you soon.
November, ramp via November. Really appreciate the assistance. Alpaca 20 Foxtrot Alpha. Good day. Perfect.
Well, no problem, my pleasure. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. We'll catch you soon.
Cheers. That was really nice, and his response was very realistic as well. So we vacated here. Where do I need to go? I need to get rid of the QRH. So in reality, yeah, actually, you know what? I should have done something else. I probably should have set the parking brake. One thing that's really unrealistic as well. You see, I've got 4 units of rudder trim. If I let go of the rudder, look at it swing round. That doesn't do that with 4 units. A little bit, but that's crazy. Yeah, they need to reset it. So the rudder trim doesn't have as much input on the nose wheel. That's ridiculous. We'll set that to 0. But yeah, I would have probably stopped. As for obviously the emergency services would have been on standby. They would approach the aircraft, get them to inspect it, see what the damage is. You know, am I leaking a lot of oil, fuel, fluids, hydraulics, etc. If I was, probably shut down, get towed on. But if it's not, I'd taxi on to stand single engine. So yeah, we'll just locate that now. He said in via November. Oh, I'll just go straight ahead to Terminal 1, stand number 7, there we are. And yeah, you could actually, you know, we're very heavy as well, so one thing you definitely would consider is, you know, can I actually taxi single engine this gross weight? And actually now I've stopped, do I have enough inertia? It's still taxing weight. Single engine is swinging round on its own, and it's the wrong way. Whoa, that's why. The rudder trim it doesn't have this impact on the nose wheel steering. Yeah, I left the trim running again, absolutely. But still, it's swinging round violently to the right. Look, if I let go, look at it. That's crazy. It wouldn't do anything like that. Actually, I forgot the default scenery is quite good in Microsoft Flight Simulator for New York, isn't it? It's a designed airport. It's a bit close to that fence. Right. There we are. At least I can now taxi in a straight line. Yeah, APU is not available, guys, so we need to make sure we get the ground power connected. We'll just take this stand. Stand number 7. Uh-oh. I don't have any GSX profile for this airport, do I? Oh, crockett. What's all these stands? Gate, oh, I don't even know where I am. I'll just shut the engines down and hopefully it'll work it out. Right. It's still really wanting to pull round. Let's go idle. Stop. Oh, crikey. It's feeling really wanting to pull round here. Right, parking brake is set. Now, if we had no APU available, we'd request ground power. So ground operations, set chocks. Oh, that's why. I thought I'd let go. Oh, that's why it's swinging around. Can't be asked now. Request ground power. Connecting. Better do my taxi inflow actually, hadn't I? Oops, flaps up. Still do all this. Water brake off. Trim to 4 units. Start switches off. This to steady. Turn off light. Ground power's available, so we can put that on the bus. There we are. And probes. Good. 2 blues. Red. Check off the engines. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New York John F. Kennedy alive. There we are. We made it. Hey, that's 3 failure streams and we've survived every single one. And the first 2 we did 2.5 3-hour sectors with no engine failures. This one we had within what, 4 or 5 minutes. Good time to have it, really. Wow. Right, that's all done. Seatbelts off, anti-coal off, close the flight. I've got a couple of things then. Let's see how New Sky deals with emergencies. This is the first ever one I've declared. What? Oh, New Sky, leave me alone. No! I didn't get a score, which is fine, but I got minus 0.42 centile deviation. Emergency declared. No, you can't penalise me for max landing weight in an emergency. That is not fair. That is not fair. I can land above max landing weight single engine in 737. I wish to be deducted that minus 1.25. Outrageous. Right. Failures. How many failures do you think I have? We know about the pump and the engine failure. Let's have a look at the list. PMDG setup. Aircraft. How many, guys? 7. 5, Brendan said. Let's go. Ready? 5. There are 5 active failures. Alright, well, let's have a look. We had... Oh, how do I see it? How do I see it? Right, we've got electrical, engine and fire protection and fuel. Right, we know the fuel one. How do I see it? Left aft pump. Right, that's a separate failure. That is completely irrelevant. That should not have happened in relation to that engine failure. So that is just one of the extra random faults we had. You don't get the penalties if you declare an emergency. Thank goodness. All right. Well, that's good to know. So that's one. Miscellaneous. Weather what? Weather return failure? What is on here? What's RT? I don't even know what that is, but it's working, and I'm frying everyone here in JFK. Okay. Well, that was a weather-related issue with the weather radar. I don't know what that is. Weather RTL fail? I genuinely don't know what that's referring to. Right, so fuel and weather. Fire protection. We lost forward cargo fire loop B. Okay, so watch this when I do the cargo fire test. See how the the forward, what was it? Forward cargo fire loop B is inoperative. See how it doesn't illuminate? So when you do the test, that's blank. Let's see if they've modelled this. If you go to B, it should still be blank. There we are. But if we go to A, oh, or do I need to go both on A? Yeah, both loops. No. What? No, that should now... You plonker, wrong one. Dear. There we go. Sorry, I was doing the wrong one. There we are. So that's very well modelled. So that confirms that it is B loop. So if we had a fire, we still would have had it detected. It's just one of the loops is inoperative. Great. Electrical then. Let's see if it was APU related. And then we'll see the big one. Very, very good. I apologise, PMDG. I suggested it was a fault with the APU or a bug. We had an APU generator fail. Wow, and that's why we couldn't get it on the bus, so we were down to one source of AC power. Very, very good. And we know what the last one is. Engine. Engine 1 severe damage. There you go. First engine failure we've had one of these. Amazing. Max, why no light though? That's, yeah, if the APU generator's failed, you won't get the blue AC on power line. So it's completely normal. Very good. Bloodline Flight Deck Sim also blames the plane for being bugged when experiencing a failure. No, but that's because the chance of having an APU failure and engine failure is incredibly rare. Wow, very good. Look at all the options I could have had. It could have been a V1 cut. Well, that's never going to happen on a random one, is it? Reverser in flight, vibration, oil temperature, oil pressure, oil leak, exceedance, flame out, severe damage. There we are. Very, very good. What was the... When we landed last time, we had about 17. So I was really lucky. Engine failure. Yeah, the APU failure was a problem. But the aircraft can fly with one source of AC power. One thing that can happen when the bus tiebreaker closed on the approach, flight director guidance can disappear on the... I think another failure's come in. Why have I got the DC... I'm not on DC power. I've still got failures probably coming in here. Best caution overhead. Oh, equipment cooling failure. Great. I've still got the failures coming in thick and fast, but that shouldn't be triggering the... that's the alarm for when you're on DC power on the IRS. Yeah, so I was quite lucky. You know, AP failure with engine severe damage is... Alright, unlucky with the weather radar's not an issue. The cargo loop's not an issue. And what was the other one? The fuel pump wasn't an issue either. So, you know, very fortunate with those. We've just had another one come in for sure because... That's gone off. So failures now 7. We've had 2 since we've just been sat here. AC ground service 1. That's what's going to cause the alarm to go off on the ground. And bottle 2 squib left. There you go. So that's the 2 extra failures we've had whilst we've been sat here on the ground. Would not have been an issue in flight. Guys, we're going to conclude it here. A bit shorter than I anticipated because of the nature of the failure, but we will do another one as well as the alarm goes off here. But I hope you found it interesting. Doing everything on my own single pilot with ATC is challenging, but I'm very happy with the outcome. Okay, safe outcome again. We'll do it again. We won't wait a year this time, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed the engine failure, and I did absolutely as much as I could within the realms of a desktop simulator, as realistically as possible. I'm going to go back inside because that alarm is annoying. And credit to PMDG, it did a fantastic job in replicating what the aircraft would do, especially with the engine failure and single engine handling. That was very impressive, which I knew would be the case because I've flown single engine in the PMDG before. And the systems modelling with regards to the failures was really, really nicely modelled too. So for an entertainment product, it's incredible what you can get as a package. Now, obviously, it's not an official training source, but I would highly recommend using these in preparation for a type rating, be aware of any differences. But for cockpit familiarisation and practicing drills, they're really, really good. Anyway, let's have a look here in chat. Controller was pretty good here in JFK. He was excellent, very accommodating, and of course, just being a tower controller, wasn't much he could do until I got established on the approach, but it was great. Ross Simon, good effort, especially single pilot on the multi-crew aircraft. Thank you very much. Edo's requesting more failure streams. Yes, we'll do another one. Romulus, very entertaining stream, even if failures torture you a bit less than usual. Yes, compared to the first two, it was actually quite easy to deal with, even though an entire engine failed. But I train this and check this day in, day out at the day job, so it wasn't too difficult. Steve, I hope you found that interesting. Santiago Perez, thanks for the stream, really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. SB enjoyed it too. Jamlin, really good. Great to see you getting the paper QH out. Thank you, Jamlin. And Jamlin, very observant during the stream to notice things such as the APU bleed available but no generator on bus. I presumed it was a bug, but it was actually the failure. Really well recognised. Ryan Casey, thank you as well. Hope you enjoyed it. Yes, open a pint, absolutely. Well, these Bermudians or New Yorkers are not too happy to be in the destination, but they're rolling an Airbus out of the hangar as we speak. No, I'm joking. We're going to put them on another 738 to get them there safely. Excellent. Well, no replay. We'll receive a transmitter by away for RT with regards to the weather failure. I don't think that's in relation to weather radar though, Dave, but who knows. Anyway, yeah, we're going to call it a day. Thank you very much for popping in for the donations. Very kind for the members as well. Thanks for your continued support. But if you enjoyed this failure stream, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're nearly at 97,000 subscribers, which is incredible. And I'll see you all again very soon, possibly something tomorrow. If not, members, don't forget Saturday, and I'll post all the bookings this evening. Take care, guys. Good night.